Hey guys, something has developed since I did the video just about a week and a half ago about Boris Johnson going to Texas and meeting behind closed doors with Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas. And he was giving his economic package ideas to the governor of Texas. And I was really troubled and worried about the fact that Texas is like the largest cattle country and oil country in the United States. And I figured that his true intent was coming here as a big climate change person, trying to alter the way that Texas does things, especially with the cattle, since, they think the cattle put the carbons in the air, so they want to reduce and eliminate cattle. And we know that they've been destroying all kinds of food plants, including the dairy farm that lost 18,000 cattle when a fire swept through the barn where they were, and it was a real tragedy. Well, in that video that I just did on Boris Johnson going to Texas and stating this, in my video I had researched which was the largest city that raised the cattle, which city had the most cattle, wondering if that city would be targeted in some way. So here we are, just about a week to week and a half since the video. And my research showed that Hereford, Texas, was the largest cattle ranchers of, Texas. And that city is, I would say, southwest of Amarillo, not too far from Amarillo. So this morning, I got on Twitter, and would you believe that about 4 days ago, after having drought there in Hereford and that whole region around Amarillo has been under drought, and suddenly on Friday, flash flooding rain came so fast and abruptly in Hereford that all of these cattle were trapped in their pens, and they could not get their cattle in time to higher ground, if there was any higher ground, because they, have a pretty flat ground there. And unbelievably, a bunch of cattle perished. And some of the reports said as much as 25,000 head of cattle. But other reports tried to deny it was that much. But suddenly, all of these cattle die in Hereford, the very place I just mentioned in that video with Boris Johnson. I'm wondering if there's some sort of, climate tampering to cause flooding, to try to eliminate more cows. So, one of the reports said that water rose within 30 minutes 5 feet. So all of a sudden this morning on Twitter, there were all of these pictures and reports of these cattle that, they swam until they couldn't make it and they perished. And the Lord says the cattle on 1,000 hills are mine. So if they are doing something to cause this, they're going to have to pay justice to God. I mean, I don't mean that. I'm just, it's like God is going to pour out justice is what I'm trying to say. And I couldn't believe that this happened right after I researched that and reported Hereford as being the largest cattle town. And now these cattle have been drowned. So we need to be praying for these farmers. They're trying to alter the farms and the farming and the way of farming and try to reduce it. And they reported that, that's their goal, is to change farming from, what happened during the Industrial Revolution is farming started happening more and more. So they want to remove the current farming to something totally different and direct the farmers how to farm, which they have no experience in whatsoever. I couldn't believe that this came out after I had researched which city was, the city that raised the most cattle in Texas, and it was Hereford. So now, only a week and a half or so after that Boris Johnson video I did, Hereford, Texas just lost all these cattle. I don't know what to make of this. And be praying too, because today they're under a flood watch as well as us being under rain all day. And we've had more rain that people are reporting that Boulder, Colorado looks like Hawaii. So it's really rare. We don't have a lot of rain here. It's mostly snow, and then we quickly transition to a hot summer. So this is really strange. This happened right after I did the research on the city of Hereford being the largest cattle country, or the cattle city. And now all these cattle have perished there. So something's going on, and this is just unbelievable that this happened right after talking about that and being worried that they had an agenda for the cattle in Texas. So keep your eyes and ears open. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. PayPal.me/KKROCOCO or Kimberly K. Ballard, P.O. Box 246, Niwot, Niwot, Colorado, CO 80544. Thank you for watching my channel, and thank you for listening to this updated report that I just couldn't believe. I'll see you later in the next video.